Welcome to the Realist Show Out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and share. Today we have a special guest. Goes by the name of BK, the artist. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on our show. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, my bro. BK the artist coming straight out of Newham. What you like saying? What you telling me, bro?
I'm here, bro. It's great to have you on our show. Thank you for joining us. Let's get straight into it. What made you want to get into music and what motivates your music?
I'd say what makes me like make music, what made me start doing music for 4, 5, 6 years ago, I'd say it was just me messing around, writing a freestyle about GCSEs and so on, and gaining a lot of traction and people showing love to that is what keeps me going. The things that inspire my lyrics today and my music, my sound, I'd say is what's going on in real life, what I do. I talk about what I do. I could talk about the car I drive here. I can make that sound creative. So mostly I get influence from just day-to-day life.
And when did you first start making music? Could you tell us a bit about maybe the first age you was when you first started writing your lyrics and what made you want to start writing those lyrics?
I remember the first freestyle that I did, it was GCSE, so I say I was about, 16? I think it was about 16. And it was literally just a motivational thing where it's like, regardless of if you fail your GCSEs, you get me, you can still do what you want to do. You just gotta keep your head up. It's just a motivational thing for people that are around me, people that were going through the GCSEs.
And take us from that. What happened next?
So then from there, I just writing a bunch of freestyles, dropping on Instagram, dropping on Snapchat, just gaining an audience. This was when I was still young, 17, 16. Just trying to build, really and truly. I even went by a different name back then. Obviously now everything's changed and we're kind of like, what's the word? Rebranded in a way. I used to make melodic tunes, so I used to sing auto tune type of thing. But years went by, my voice got deeper and so on, and so I'm thinking, let me start rapping more instead of singing. And so here we are today. Yeah, man. What can I say? Working with Self-Made Savage now. Big blessing. Big blessing. We've got big things coming. Yeah, man.
Great answers, man. Really insightful. And it's great just to get a bit of information about who you are and your journey, which brings me on to my next question. What artist or musician inspired you the most and why?
All right, cool. Well, I'd say the most influential right now for me would be Central C, purely because like I'd say he's influential because when I'm ready to write music, I search up Central C type beat. So I feel like it could be any artist that I'm searching up, but it's Central C type beats because they've got like certain melody and I just find nice beats. If you listen to my music, you'll hear a lot of my songs come from Central C type beats, and they're cold. And so yeah, I say Central C.
What's your favourite artist in the UK scene right now and why?
Okay. I'd say anyone that's doing real rap, can't lie. Anyone that's doing real rap, so Dave, Heady One, it's obviously they fall under drill type of things, innit? So I say drill, but I say my most listened to UK rapper, damn, I'd have to say Central C still. Yeah.
Again, Central C?
Yeah, I'd have to say Central C. He comes up a lot, and like I said, that's where I get my influence from. So yeah.
And just for the fans and for the listeners, could you just break down for us what it is you like about Central C in terms of his attributes, his musical skills? What is it that you actually like and take from him?
All right, well, the fact that every time he drops, it's something very different. It's different from what you hear these days. For example, like the Doja Cat song, it's something unexpected. So he's good at marketing and gaining, like just doing a mad thing, and yeah, I think it's cool.
Can you tell the fans and the listeners what does marketing mean? What does that look like?
So marketing, in terms of Central C's marketing or in terms of marketing in general?
A bit of both.
So marketing in general, I'd say for me personally, marketing in general is your image. So the way you're pushing your artist name out there, and the types of people that you want to attract. You obviously want to attract people that relate to you, that listen to your music and so on. So marketing is very powerful in this music scene. And if you don't have it, and if you don't do it properly, then just do it properly. Yeah.
And that's really insightful. And it brings me on to my next question. What advice do you have for young, aspiring artists, musicians like yourself that want to make it and want to be able to make a living from their music?
So if I was to, for example, advise myself 4 years ago, so if I was talking to myself 4 years ago, I'd be telling myself to stay consistent. That's something that I haven't done throughout the years, and I feel like that's set me back a lot. However, for the youth, staying consistent, keeping on your grind, keep dropping music, keep dropping freestyles, keep talking to your people, keep dropping pictures. It's all about pushing your brand, like I said. So, yeah, man.
And you've really great answers, and they're really, really practical. In terms of that word consistent, can you break it down for the fans again and the listeners? Just what does that mean? What does that look like, consistency?
Consistency is going when you feel like you can't. Just keep pushing even though you feel like you can't. So consistency, like I said, dropping music, just staying, keeping your your image, keeping your
Persona.
Thank you. It's like consistency, it falls under a lot of things when it comes to the music scene, in terms of pushing your face out there, pushing your music out there, pushing your brand out there.
And can you just elaborate maybe on some of the top tips that you use to ensure that you're consistent when you're producing the tracks that you're producing, and especially the quality of the songs that you produce, just so that young aspiring artists can maybe learn and take something from this so that they can actually apply it to their musical craft?
Well, my consistency is driven through inspiration of young upcoming rappers like me. So when I'm scrolling through Instagram, I'm scrolling through TikTok, and I see these people, you just see a guy rapping in the car, just rapping, just showing his fans what he's got. I'm thinking, rah, let me do the same, innit? Like, why shouldn't I be doing that? And so that's where my consistency is driven from other people's consistency, literally. And so, yeah.
And next question, which isn't a biased question, why are you so talented?
It takes a lot of time. I weren't always this talented. I mean, it all how can I say it? All the experience throughout the 4 years, I've never stopped writing. I've never stopped making music. So my songs have just gone better and better and better. And yeah, man, it's a God's gift. I say God's gift because God's gift.
Fantastic answers, and thank you. Next question. If you had to listen to one song for the rest of your life, what song would it be and why? This question is also to the viewers as well.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. What song would you listen to for the rest of your life? Me personally,
it can only be one song, and it's got to be for the rest of your life. Let me emphasize, for the rest of your life.
Damn. What about you? What would you say?
I'm asking you. I'm asking you the question.
Cool. I say Lil Durk, Granny Crib. Purely because it's relatable and it's always playing on my speakers all the time. It don't stop playing. It will come on the shuffle. It will come on. It just keeps playing, and it's a song where I can listen to whatever I'm doing. Could be driving, could be, do you get me? Could be chilling at the yard, could be writing. I might listen to the song, and then I might be like, raw, I'm feeling to write a tune now, like, cause this tune's inspired me, type of thing. So I might go put on a beat after, and I might go talk about Granny's crib, or I might go talk about the things that you know that I've dealt with in life. So yeah.
And brings me on to my next question, which is quite a topic that has a lot of speculation around it. Drill. Do you feel that drill music has a negative influence on our culture, our community, or do you feel that the police are using drill music and authorities are using drill music as a way to target young black men?
obviously I'm not a drill rapper, so I ain't got too much to say on that. However, when it comes to the police thing, yeah, I believe like well, first of all, I believe that drill music's incriminating. Like you're literally like if it's real talk, it's incriminating, right? So of course the police are gonna be using that against us. However, at the end of the day, it's each to their own. Whatever you want to do, however, like whatever type of music you want to do, you make that music. Drill music is very, very big right now, so can't talk down on it, can you?
And another question that we have, in terms of your music and your creativity, what inspires you to be creative to the extent that you are such a creative artist?
What motivates me would be literally people taking time out of their day to text me, to shout at me and say like, yo, I'm appreciating your music, I'm listening to it. And this is people that not even in England, France, Australia, random people like that. So that's what motivates me. The creativity wise, I say is literally music that I listen to. That plays a part. Also, just life. I don't make things up in my music. So I'm literally inspired by what I do. I'm inspired by the money I make. I'm inspired by the music I make. I'm inspired by the people that I'm around. And so that's what I'm going to talk about. That's what I'm going to rap about in my music.
And brings me on to my last question. Do you feel that music can be used as a tool to be creative, to self-express, and to be able to turn a negative situation into a positive
100%.
situation?
100%. Me personally, myself, I use music as an expression. Because if you know me personally, you know I don't talk a lot. However, in my music, I've got so many tunes, so it's like I've got a lot to say when it comes to on a beat. I talk about how I'm feeling. I talk about my opinions on stuff. However, in real life, I'm kind of boxed in. Don't really talk too much. So music is definitely a way of me expressing myself.
And just to round off such a fantastic interview, could you give words of advice for young people that are watching this, that maybe find themselves in difficult positions, maybe criminalized, maybe stereotyped, maybe have given up on life?
I can personally say, coming from the bottom, I say that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. You gotta keep going. You gotta stay consistent. Please do not give up, because once you give up, once you stop, there's no starting again. So that's why I say, just keep going. Stay consistent in whatever you're doing. This is for my young rappers out there. Keep pushing your face out there. Keep pushing your name, your brand. And yeah, man, stay blessed.
BK the artist, thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share.